We now appreciate that soil is a living medium. Understanding the mechanics of the soil, I feel, is the basis of what we're about, and that should be the priority. My name is Tony Gent. I farm with my family, my son Edward, my grandson Thomas. We farm on the Fens, east of England, and I've been farming here for over 60 years.
This is the brochure for the pressure harrow, which is the first real invention you had.
Yes.
And the big difference to a conventional system was how it followed the ground.
Yes. A very important factor is that we're 3 generations that think alike. And on lots of farms, that's very rare.
Grandad is very much an engineer and an inventor and really interested in the kind of mechanics of how it works. Dad is much more into the operations of how do we actually practically do this in the field with the crop rotation and things like that. I'm probably most interested in kind of the business aspect things and the storytelling and marketing we can do around that. Probably none of us alone have the skills we need, but when we work together, we can do some crazy stuff.
We started to realise that the soil was getting harder to work.
The way we were farming wasn't sustainable. The key was to loosen the soil without disturbing the surface. Our neighbours thought that we'd gone completely crazy.
I think a lot of people outside the farming community don't understand how much of a big change and a big risk farmers take when they move down this way of farming. A farmer might have to convince other members of the family that this is the right thing to do. They're risking their kind of reputation in that community to go down this route. And it might also mean financial risks, bank loans, lots of things. People need to understand more the risk that farmers take when they go down this route and that they need to be properly supported to be able to do it. But the gap that's missing is really that kind of financial support to be able to mitigate the risks of a transition. Soil carbon is a big, big opportunity. Soil is one of the largest carbon sinks on Earth. We can add that carbon back to the soils by implementing these practices. And the exciting thing is, over the long period, it brings back healthier food for us all to eat.
Soil carbon is an extremely important part of the carbon market, very underestimated and underutilized right now. It has the potential to generate about 5 gigatons of carbon emission savings or removals by 2050, but at the moment makes up only about 1% of all the carbon credits issued. Getting a farmer to change practice is not easy. What Greener is doing is a big part of what's going to help to scale. Because when you do these projects, say a farmer changes his practice and reduces a certain amount of emissions, you monetize that so you can sell those. So that revenue is going back into the farm. As the project developer gets a cut, the farmer gets a cut, and that is helping sustain the farm.
I saw the reality that our soils were storing more carbon than they used to. I also saw the opportunity that more farmers could do this, and there were companies that were looking to support that.
In the early stages, when you're transitioning from your traditional approach in farming, it can be quite daunting and also risky, and you're learning quite a bit. So to help, you can get carbon credits for the soil absorbing more of the carbon in growing cover crops and getting carbon into the soil. It spreads your risk and it does help with another income stream on the farm.
Once people really start to understand the benefits of this in their farming system and how it works for their business, people don't go back.
To keep it all going, I think you do need the younger generation coming through and coming up with other ideas and helping you do stuff and just learning how things have been done and how they could be done differently. You need that progress going through.
All my life, my farming thinking has been out of the box and always changing the way we go about the farming program.
It's really fun to see how we kind of are always trying different things. And sometimes they don't work, right? But trying different things to keep progressing is really great. And definitely working together as a family is really fun. So I hope we can keep doing new innovative things for as long as possible.